Ladies and gentlemen, live from the top of the food chain, Brooklyn, New York, a new day has arrived in cable TV. Strap yourselves in for a fun ride. It's the Cyclone Variety Show. Now here's your host, Cyclone!
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Cyclone Variety Show. I am your host, Porky Pig. So, I am officially now, after 43 years of life, a true American. I am now overdrawn at the bank. One step away from homelessness, yay me! September happens to be Data Man Month, if none of you guys know. And halfway over with the month, and I still haven't had a date yet. You know what? Time out, everybody. Veronica, my beautiful helper in the green room. Let's say you and me go out on a date, huh? You know, we could have those cute little nicknames. You could be my brown sugar, and I'll be your curdled milk. You know, that's not a number one sign, and that's not very nice. You're supposed to be a Christian, damn it. Speaking of ugliness and dating, Q104, the radio station, they just did a study that said that 98% of women in New York prefer fat men. I kid you not. What I want to know exactly is, where the hell are they? Because, like, I can find Waldo easier than I can find one of these women. And by the way, I am not ugly, okay? Let's get that straight. I am not ugly. I happen to be, I don't know, aesthetically pleasing challenged. Let's see, what else is going on? Oh, for you car fans out there, Ford is announcing that they're bringing back the Bronco. I don't think it will be coming with an O.J. Simpson or Al Cowlings, though. You know what? I would be amiss if I didn't talk about what's really going on in the world right now. And that's the fact that Ray Rice and Adrian Peterson are just giving new meaning to the words bruising running back. As a matter of fact, I think by week 11, the whole entire NFL will be suspended. They'll just have to cancel the season. Doesn't matter. My Seahawks will just remain champions. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, the New York Mets. Yes, the Mets. They have already announced that they are moving in the fences 15 feet next year. That's so Curtis Granderson and David Wright can hit more home runs. What the Met management fails to realize is that means opponents will hit about 875 more home runs than the Mets next year. And let's see. Oh, I know. There's some good movie news. Warner Brothers happens to be redoing The Invisible Man. That's starring Mr. Roger Goodell. And they've also done a remake of DuckTales. And this time, the intro to DuckTales, they use real ducks. Can you believe that? I was figuring they would use like a llama or something. Who knew for DuckTales they'd use a duck? You know what? All this animal talk is going to be a theme for this show. Starting off, because she happens to be as cute as a bunny. She is absolutely incredible. She is, without a doubt, one of the best singers you will ever hear, and I promise you that. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Angie.
Yeah, I couldn't be smarter, couldn't be smarter, smarter.
Did I tell you guys she was great or what? You guys will play another song later?
Yeah, we're gonna play another song later.
Good, thanks. So, like I said, it's an animal theme, and we're going to continue that now. Joining me right now is a very, very special person who I consider to do God's work. Sean Casey of Sean Casey's Animal Rescue. Sean, first of all, thanks for coming down and helping me out.
Well, thank you for having us.
Now, my love of animals comes from my mom. Okay, she had like everything from ducks to ponies to everything. Where does your love of animals come from?
Believe it or not, it actually comes from the same place. I grew up in a house full of kids and pets. My mother did rescue work on an unofficial level from, honestly, before I was born. So by the time I was about 5 years old, I started doing TNR work, which was trapping, neutering, and releasing of feral cats. So I kind of got my start handling wilder animals, and it's made it easier for me to transition into pets.
Now, it's a good thing you bring that up. So, because cats happen to be my favorite animal, everything from, house cats to the African big cats. What would you say is your favorite animal?
It's hard for me to pick just one. My passion definitely lies in reptiles, I would say, followed by dogs. When we started the shelter, we only rescued exotic animals. There was just such a need for it in New York City. There was absolutely nobody doing it. And I kind of stepped away from the cats and dogs for a while. But over time, I realized as many people as there are working with cats and dogs, there's still not enough of them either. So we've now expanded. Both of our shelters are taking in not only exotics, but cats and dogs also.
Right. So I want to be a mogul myself and do a bunch of things, but starting out, what led you to even think about opening the rescue?
For me, it's just been my passion. I had a little bit of a rough start as I was basically when I hit high school. I got a little bored, got in a little too much trouble. I wound up dropping out. And I went back later on. I got a GED, but it was very hard to find any sort of decent job. On paper, I looked horrible. But the one thing that I was always good at was the animals. And I kind of knew I had to find my way and do something a little unique to make me stand out from everybody else, so they wouldn't have to rely on my lack of education or anything like that on paper on a resume. So I decided I was going to start doing adoptions and hopefully raise enough money to open up a shelter.
Well, you've definitely blazed a trail, not only for yourself but for people to follow you. Going on a rescue, is there an animal that you would never even think about?
Not really. I mean, we've been involved in rescuing of just about anything you can imagine. There are a few animals out there that the laws don't allow us to get fully involved, so we'll have to network with other organizations, but there's nothing that we are really not prepared to handle.
Now, you brought up that you worked with the trap release program with feral cats, and it's a good thing that you bring it up because that's something that honestly has always boggled my mind, because at least where I am in Canarsie, there is a crazy amount of rodents running around. And my thinking, and as a matter of fact, just recently, I myself have seen a family of possums and at least 3 raccoon families tearing up the neighborhood. And I'm like, it's bad enough my neighborhood went, with all due respect, from Italian to Haitian. Now it's going from Haitian to raccoon. Doing the trap and release, I guess what my only problem with it would be the feral cats would keep the rodent population down. I guess it's like the lesser of two evils. I was wondering how you.
Well, I mean, trap and release is the need for it is caused basically by irresponsible humans. Cats are not technically wild animals. They don't belong wandering New York City streets. We have released unwanted pets and things like that, and that's what has caused the problem. So the fact is they're here now, and something has to be done. If you don't spay and neuter them, instead of having 5 cats on your block, you're going to have 50 cats on your block. So it's better for everybody if the cats that are out there are spayed and neutered. These are not, most of them were born out there. They're wild. It's not like you can take this cat into your home and it's going to be happy. It's in its mind, it's wild. So when you try to confine it, it's actually going to be very upsetting to the cat in most cases. So for the cat's peace of mind, you spay and neuter them. They don't make any more. They live out the rest of their life happy where they are. That's all they know.
Now, here's an interesting point. Me here at Brick, I've run my head into the wall a couple of times. Has there ever reached a point where you have just said, "Eff it, I want to quit"?
It happens a lot. You know, for me, dealing with the animals is the easy part. It's what I like. It's what I know. You know, people will see the craziest animal that they don't want to deal with. That's my comfort zone. I can walk into anything. It's the people. The animal industry is very emotional. You know, you're dealing with pets, and people have very strong feelings and opinions and are emotional about the animals they love. So you have to learn how to deal with people and handle the emotional aspect of it, which is really, for me, is by far the hardest part.
Now, you have 2 great locations, one in Windsor Terrace and one in Park Slope.
Sunset Park.
Sunset Park. Is there ever a thought that maybe it would be time to add a 3rd location, or?
My long-term goal has always been a shelter in every borough. Will it ever happen? I don't know, but we're definitely working towards it. The Sunset Park location is new. We've only been fully operational there for just under a year, so I'm not really in the near future looking to expand, but long-term I would really like to see us have a no-kill shelter in every borough, and it's just that much more that we can do for the animals in New York City.
Is there a particular group other than your own that you'll work with hand in hand?
We work with a lot of other organizations. A good example of that was the ASPCA. They have a program called the CIA program, which deals in hoarding intervention. Years ago, hoarding was treated as a crime when really it's a mental illness. So many years ago, they would find a hoarding situation where somebody had, 50 cats in an apartment, and they would, kick down the door, arrest the person, remove all the cats. So what happened is the cats would go to a city shelter, because who can take 50 cats at a time, and they wound up being euthanized. The hoarder would go through the system 3 days and be back home, pay a $1,000 fine, and go right back to hoarding. So it really didn't help anybody. With this program, instead they go in with law enforcement, but they also go in with social workers and spay-neuter vehicles and a plan. The animals are all fixed, treated medically. The hoarders are given the support that they need. And the animals are removed a few at a time and sent to shelters like mine where they can find homes. So we'll adopt out 10, we'll take 10 more until it's a normal level. And most of the time the hoarders don't go back to hoarding because they're getting the mental health help that they need, they're getting their houses back together, and the animals are finding safe haven.
Now, something I want to right off the bat discuss with you is how can people help out? Because that's the most important thing to having you on, is to get help for you guys, right, even more so than you have.
There's a lot of ways to help out. We always can use volunteers. If anybody wants to stop by the shelter, we're open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can take the dogs out for walks. You can socialize with the cats. If you want to get more involved, you can help on adoption events. You can help with computer work. There's just so many things that you can do. Obviously, financial is the biggest thing for us. It's very hard to run a shelter in New York City. Expenses in New York are astronomical. We take in cats and dogs alone, we do over $2,000 a year, and the medical bills pile up. Our average cost is about $15,000 a month in medical bills. So we can always use donations. They can come to us, they can go directly to our vets' offices, but that's probably by far our biggest expense is the medical costs. So we encourage people to stop by the shelter and come see us and spend time with us and spend time with the animals. And if they can help us in any way, whether it be financial or through volunteering, we always appreciate it.
How come Obamacare doesn't do anything for animals? I think, Barack Obama, you don't like animals. You have 2 daughters. What the hell's wrong with you? Make Obamacare for animals, damn it. Now, if somebody wanted to adopt an animal from me, or take an animal from me, I know like North Shore Animal League has like a small period where, you know, there's a getting to know the pet. Is it just like a pet come take or get to know for a while?
Through us, it's straight adoption. We don't have a foster program, but you're welcome to come by the shelter and spend as much time and as many days with the animal as you like before taking it home. It's built into our contract that the animal must be returned to us if for any reason it doesn't work out. So some organizations say, you have 7 days and you can return the animal or whatever. Obviously, we don't ever want to see the animal come back, but we will take them back for the life of the animal. There's no time frame on that.
Now, Johnny Carson was a master at this, and I like to pay homage to Johnny all the time. But 2 of the rules in TV is never work with kids and never work with animals. I have some animals in the control room right now that are flipping me off, I can see. But you brought some with you, so
Cool.
wanna?
Well, I brought a few guys with me today. The first one is a rock iguana. And the main reason I brought her is, if you can see on our shirt, our logo is an iguana. As I said, when we started out, we did only reptiles. Iguanas are the most common reptile that's surrendered to the shelter. The main reason being is they get large. As big as this animal is, it's only about half grown. These guys can reach up to 6 feet in length. They need very special care. They need specialized UV lighting. And they can be aggressive. As they get older, they tend to become more and more aggressive. They're not a pet for everybody. Yet you could go down to the Jersey Shore or any boardwalk, and they're giving away babies as raffle prizes or $5, just buy them. And most people who get them are not really prepared to handle them. And it's the reason why we get several hundred a year that come through our shelter, because they've gotten too big and too aggressive. So anytime you're thinking about an exotic pet, it's really important to do your research and see what they're going to become and what they're going to grow into. And as sweet as this one is, usually they're not quite this nice. Okay, so that's why we bring out the iguanas.
That's sort of like near the Canarsie stop on the L train. These guys sell small jars with live turtles.
Right.
And for the life of me, I'm like, you guys got no clue what you're getting into. Outside of maybe, I'm not being racist there, an Asian doing it, for turtle soup or something eventually. I mean, I myself have had snapper turtle. Those things, they aren't meant to be the way they're treated.
Right. The radiator slider is the turtle that they generally sell. That's the most common reptile we get, even more than the iguanas. We get probably close to 100 a month as radiator sliders come in. And it's the same reason. They buy them the size of a quarter, and they don't realize they get to be the size of a dinner plate. They need large tanks, they need heavy filtration systems, they need ultraviolet lighting. And when they don't get it, unfortunately, they slowly die over the course of years, and they suffer. They're always come in with their shells deformed and in really horrible shape, just because people bought them not knowing what they needed to do to care for them properly.
I think the laws need to be even tougher.
That these things are illegal. They already are illegal. They're just not enforced the way they need to be, unfortunately.
Have anything else?
Yep.
See, Johnny's looking down on me right now going, Cyclone?
And these guys I brought as an example of a reptile that actually makes a decent pet. This is something that most people are scared of, but they actually are very gentle and very easy. These are corn snakes. These guys are legal in New York City. They're very easy to care for. They don't require a lot of maintenance. They don't require a lot of handling. So when you do have a kid that wants a good beginner reptile, this is really the way to go. Much better than an iguana as far as ease of care and space. You know, they only need to be fed once a week, and you know, they're just really easy. They're gentle. They're not slimy like people think. They come in all different type colors, and they don't get very big. This is about it for a nice corn snake.
Live feed or?
No, we don't feed anything live. These guys eat frozen thawed rodents. It's actually healthier for them that way.
Wow. Well, you have an event coming up also.
We have our annual Halloween block party, and we invite everybody to come out. It's going to be October 26th. It's a Sunday. It will be at our Windsor Terrace location, which is 153 East 3rd Street in Brooklyn. And it's a great event. We have live music, food, costume contests for kids and for dogs, all kinds of animal welfare booths, vets offices, groomers, any kind of animal care you could imagine. There'll be booths there and people to talk to you about. We're going to have gift bags and raffles and prizes, and it's just a whole lot of fun, and we hope to see everybody there. And yes, your pets are welcome to come with you.
Cool. Well, I thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, and I'll definitely be stopping by a lot more often.
Excellent.
Cool. Told you it was going to be a wild time today. So, you guys ready to laugh? Because I'm ready to break it up. I'm ready to break it up. I'm ready to break it up, like I said. And right now, I give you a comic who's traveled a long distance. Why? Because he loves me. That's why. All the way from PA, I give you Mr. Russ Brown.
New York City. How are we doing tonight? Oh my gosh, I love being in New York. It is so progressive. It is so just awesome. I mean, New York and my great state, the Commonwealth of PA, we both just legalized not long ago, gay marriage, and I think that is awesome. I really do. That is great. I was gay once. I was gay all the way into high school. You think, Russ, how does someone be gay and then not be gay? Well, okay, I'm pretty sure I wasn't gay, but I thought I was gay because someone really explained gay to me in a way that sounds just appealing. I really wanted to be gay. Someone told me, like, Russ, being gay isn't wrong. Being gay, you get to hang out with your best friend literally all the time. You go to work and you come home and you can hang out with your best friend. You can just hang out all day. You get to play video games, watch football, eat cereal all day, just fart in front of each other. It is awesome. And the best part, no girls. I was sold. I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta be gay. I went to my best friend. I was like, dude, this gay thing, we get to watch football and play video games all day. This is awesome. And he was like, dude, let's do it. We're gay. Let's do this gay thing. And we were gay. This is what we were, just all throughout grade school, elementary school, middle school. We were just gay. We were just the two gay dudes. And like, it was weird because in high school, these guys, the jock guys, the football guys were like, so you guys are gay? I'm like, yeah, we're gay, man. We just hang out all the time. We're gay. We're just gay as can be. Me and gay old Damien. Russ and gay old Damien. The gaybies. It was great. No, but and he was like, are you sure you're gay? I'm like, I'm gay. We're all gay. This is gay. We're gay. And he was like, if you're gay, why don't you give each other a kiss? I was like, whoa, chill out, dude. What? I said we were gay, not homosexuals. What is wrong with you? This is weird. Like kissing another man. Apparently I had no idea what gay meant throughout my entire life. I'm still pretty sure I don't know. Because I've kissed a man. I'm still not sure if I'm gay or not. We'll figure it out. But no, I'm like really, I get tired of hearing, the whole like, oh, gay marriage, it's sinful, it's wrong. God instituted marriage. It is serious. I'm like, if you really think about marriage, is it actually serious? Or is God just playing like a ridiculous, mean-spirited joke on all of us? I mean, you just think about it. 6 days he created the whole earth. He got the man, and then he knocked him out, and woman from the rib, old ribeye woman. And like, you just think about it. He was like, you two, all right, you're together. Now watch each other die. To me, that is like literally the funniest thing ever. I mean, because that's what, if you really think about it, that's what marriage is. You just find a person you love so much that you just want to see them slowly lose their hair, lose their beauty, lose their minds, and you just watch them die. It's beautiful and terrible all at the same time. It's, oh my gosh, I love it. Everyone should get that opportunity to just watch someone just die. My gosh, it's awesome. But I don't know. A lot of people say, Russ, I'm in love. Russ, how do you know? Because I am, being a stand-up comedian, just the advice center of the world. People come to me for advice. They're like, Russ, how do I know if I'm really in love? I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to get out of here. You'll know if you're in love. You do, because I just moved in with my girlfriend. We're getting married. It's awesome. I love it. And I found out what true love is. All right, we sleep together all the time, just me snapping. We're just great. And she, one night, just like 2:30 in the morning, woke me up, and she was like, Russ, get up. What, babe, what? I was just thinking about something. I want to tell you. Oh, my gosh, I want to tell you. What do you want to tell me? I was just thinking about it. I was watching you sleep, and I just thought, what about if I just killed you right now? I could just literally kill you right now, and you could do nothing about it. You're just so vulnerable. And I thought about it. I was like, you really could just end my life. She was like, I could just smother you with a pillow. I was like, what? And then I thought about it. I was like, you really could. My reaction to that was, I'm going back to sleep. And that's how you know that you're in real love. That is real love, my friends. That you could just look at somebody asleep and you could just want to throttle them and smother them with a pillow until they just drift off to happy land. And you don't. You don't, because you watch too much Law and Order and you know they'll find out. Guys, I'm Russ Brown. That's been my time. Thank you very much.
Come on over and sit down, Russ.
Absolutely.
Let us in the business pass the baton to you, sir.
Great.
Only because we here at Brick don't have enough equipment to go around. Yeah, of course. Well, you're an old timer. It's your second time here.
Love it.
So, coming all the way from PA, would you say that there's a difference between New York and PA comics?
Oh my gosh. New York and PA comics, I can't even explain the difference to you. PA comics, we're just such like a, everyone is in PA is so like local. They get big local. They're like, oh, I'm big in Moose Knuckle, PA. I'm just huge there. I got a podcast. But in New York, you go to New York, no one cares about you at all.
That's true, because nobody
No,
gives a damn about me.
they really don't. I swear, I was giving money to a homeless guy, and I was like, hey, man, I'm a comic. I can spare $5. He was like, oh, you're a comic? Well, I used to be Cuba Gooding Jr. It was terrible.
Is there anything that you would change about stand-up?
What would
And you can be brutally honest,
Yeah.
because it's okay.
Stand-up is just a rough business, man. I mean, you know it. We all know it. It's just a rough business. It's all about who you know, not how funny you are. And we see guys every day that make it. They make it huge, MTV, Comedy Central, they get specials, and they're just not even good. But they know the right people, and I think, we really need to, as a community, lift up guys who are really funny, not guys who look good. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know where that puts me because I don't look good and I'm not funny. And nobody can lift me, so I'm totally screwed. So what would you say ultimate goal would be your end game?
Ultimate goal would be my end game, man. I want to be on top. I want to be the best of all
You
time.
and you just did the gay stuff and you want to be a top.
I
That's
do.
so great, man.
The top. I'm always the top. Top dog.
I'm sure.
Yeah, man. I do. I want to be the MJ of comedy.
See, honestly, let me tell you something. I auditioned once for a club. I won't say which club it is. Gotham. And when I was asked in the interview afterwards, what's my end game? Me being the heartfelt type of guy that I am, my response was, I want what every fat cracker wants. The sitcom on NBC with the young blonde chip, a wife. Mind you, the owner of said unnamed club, Gotham, didn't find that too amusing. It's okay. We can laugh about it now because he's not watching. And neither is any of his minions.
No. No one's watching.
No, not at all. I mean, it's the truth, but if you could say that you like, because honestly, us here in New York, when we go to PA, we look at it as a more relaxed attitude.
Yeah.
And it's a lot more stressful here.
Absolutely.
When you come here, do you find that to be?
Oh man, New York is the Mecca. New York is, this is what comedy is. It's New York, and it's rough. It's stressful. As soon as I pass that Holland Tunnel and I'm here, pressure's on. You got to be at your best at all times to get noticed by anybody, and it's rough. But if you're an entertainer, if you're in that business, if you're in the field that we are, you just got to bring it.
See, and I thought you would say the second you hit the Delaware Water Gap, you'd start twitching like Michael J. Fox.
No, man, I'm from the city, so it's not that bad.
Well, I thank you for your 5.
I thank you for letting me come here, man.
It's okay. Nobody else wanted the spot.
Yeah, it's all right.
That being said, you guys ready to rock some more music? Yeah. Once again, here is Angie.
Back then I was shipwrecked, stuck in the blue, so I found you. Oh, you made me forget. Wear your heart around my neck. Promise I won't make you wanna break it. I got nothing to hide. It's you and I living in the moment. on repeating ourselves. One time you and me keep on repeating ourselves.
Give it up for Angie, everyone.
Uh,
So, hello once again.
Hi.
I don't even know where to stand around you.
Okay.
Let's get this way. Okay.
No, we're all glowing.
You guys are.
Damn,
I'm.
he wouldn't put gold on, so.
I'm not
Stop
going.
being
I'm
like this.
sweating like the pig that I am. So, okay. With you here, let me put it to you like this. What would you say, okay, has surprised you most about the music industry?
Honestly, like, nothing surprises me. I've been doing it my entire life, but since I can remembering, I've been singing, trying to be a pop artist.
Well,
I guess I am.
You more than are. But okay, look, you start off. Excuse me, I'm such a pig. That's so disgusting on live TV for me to belch.
Hey, so I can burp too if it makes you feel better.
Cool. um, you start off with a band that was rising pretty fast.
Yeah.
Okay, they bust up. Okay, and you have to go solo. How stressful was that for you?
It was probably more sad than stressful. It was definitely a sad breakup, but before that, I'd always been a solo artist, and after becoming one again, it's nice only having one opinion. That's mine.
Nice to know your opinions don't count.
Very opinions count. But you know what I'm saying. Like, I play with my friends. Like, that's how I am. Like, I'm always with my friends, and I mean I write the songs, and we oh, I thought you just said what? No, I know, but what? Rock and roll. No, it's I like being a solo artist. The band was fun, but I'm not a fighter. But I don't like people butting heads. So maybe. Oh,
See, we're learning technology here.
I got it.
Who else would be besides yourself on your? Would you say you listen to?
I mean, I love 60s soul. I love Jefferson Airplane. I really love Lana Del Rey right now. I guess, and I like Iggy Azalea too. Those are really the only two like current ones that I'm into. But Lana Del Rey's new album, I've listened. My brother likes it too, but he's had to be like, Angie, turn that off. Like, I can't listen to Ultraviolence one more time. I listen to it all the time though. I just went through a breakup, and that was my like godsend album.
That wouldn't be the breakup with a certain song.
Which one?
The one I think maybe
I'm like
you
Taylor Swift,
like.
man.
Well, honestly, isn't that the truth about singers? I mean,
It
because
is.
us
It is.
comics, once we bust up with somebody, I mean, I have a whole hour about my ex, and it's not even clean. It's downright crude, but it's true.
Same. No, I don't know. I mean, that's kind of like my release for it, so I don't have to like actually feel that way. I just, as soon as I write a song about it, like if I'm feeling crappy, it's gone. Like once the song's recorded, then I'm happy again. So that's how it's always been.
Maybe I should try singing.
It's cheaper than
Then-
therapy, I'm telling you, man.
Then again, the way I sing, maybe I shouldn't. What do you like about going on the road? Because you're
Oh my
constantly.
God, everything. It's so much fun. I have not had more fun in my life than being on tour. I love meeting people. I love performing for people. I love that like energy you get with the crowd. There's nothing like it. No two shows are alike. It's awesome because like when Paige is my best friend / backup singer. This is Justin Bohr. But when she comes along, we just raise hell all over the country. It's awesome. My brother's my drummer. Like it's great. It's just like going on a road trip, except we get paid for it. So
Nice.
sometimes.
I only look
Hold on,
forward
who
to
got
those
paid?
days. I will be paying in food, and I will be paying.
Yo, I'll take pizza. That's cool. I already had some of your cookies.
The amount of love we got here made up for her, so we love it.
She's a nice one.
You, speaking of going on the road, you go back on Saturday?
Yeah, I'm playing in Barrington, New Hampshire. I've never been in New Hampshire before. But that's my last day for a little bit. Then I got like meetings and fun stuff here. And then I go back again starting on Halloween, I think. But, you know, I always got stuff up my sleeve.
You are one of the hardest working rising stars. And I don't even want to tell, the first time I saw you over at Spike Hill,
I just love it.
I don't even want to tell the two of you the first thing that went through my head. Because I think the cat claws might come out.
You just never know.
I was like, look out, Katy Perry.
Oh, no, that's, I'm okay with that. Thanks. I just love doing it, honestly. Like, working hard, it doesn't seem like work. Honest to God.
Which is why it always seems like work for me. Jeez.
Oh, you love it.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Labors of love.
Labor because I'm fat and I'm pregnant. Like a moose. But I want to thank you guys for stopping by.
Thanks for having us. Thanks.
Are you going to play us out?
We'll play out.
Cool. That being said, I give you a comic that I have known for quite a while. I consider him a friend. After today, he might consider me an enemy. The very popular, hard-working, as always, Mr. Troy Allen.
Thanks, Cyclone. It's good to be here. I just got back from Colorado where I was home for a family reunion. If you're paying attention to the news, you know Colorado is where they've legalized marijuana, which I think is a good thing. I think generally drugs should be legal, and I think that because they're good for the economy. Why? You've never heard of a drug market crash. You've never turned on CNN to hear Wolf Blitzer go, marijuana prices dropped sharply today on news that people are just getting high on life. Never going to hear that come out of his mouth. At TSA, at the airport in Denver International, they have a thing set out called an amnesty box. Right before you get to the TSA checkpoint, if you've been in Colorado partying a little too hard, you've still got some party in your pockets, you can take the dope out, throw it in the amnesty box, proceed to the checkpoint, no questions asked. Everybody's quick to applaud the TSA for their thinking. I know that amnesty box is not the TSA. That amnesty box is the brainchild of the airport janitorial staff, who they think they're fooling, but it's a good thought. Before I went home to the reunion, I broke up with a girlfriend. Kind of went badly. She gave me a thoughtful gift. She gave me a card for no reason. In the card, there were 3 coupons. One for a home-cooked meal, one for a back rub, one for a blowjob. Nice gift. Like, all right, this is awesome. Being the man I am, I took the blowjob coupon to get it redeemed. She said no, and then got mad at me because I took her coupon to a competitor. A lot of people are worried about my dating situation. My friend Dennis, he's a gay man. He was talking the other day. He said, Troy, honey, how long has it been since you've opened up your heart and let a woman in and been vulnerable and fell in love? Like, Dennis, man, 6 years, brother. He goes, oh, honey, no. That's too long to be without love. You've got 2 weeks to find a woman. You don't find one. I'm bringing you to my team. What? What'd you say? That was shocking information. I didn't know that's how gay worked. I mean, I knew it wasn't a choice. I had no idea you could be drafted. I'm not homophobic, but I'm also not trying to be a rookie in the gay FL. That's not how I want to spend the rest of my day. I don't care who anybody dates, obviously. But I think if you're an interracial couple, I want you to stop doing this. If you're going to have a baby, don't call it biracial. I think that's lazy. The couple is biracial. The baby is a brand new race. It may have never existed before. This creature deserves the dignity of identity. Give it a name. We're lazy when we call it biracial, and we're not that lazy when it comes to fruit. When an orange and a tangerine hook up and have a baby, we call that offspring a tangelo. We don't refer to it as bicitric. That's just lazy. Don't call it. And it's easy. We just take that model, we apply it to humans. You got a black guy and a Jewish girl. The baby, bluish. You got a Dominican and a Puerto Rican, Dominican, or Porta Domino. However you want to chop that up, I don't care. If you should have a baby who's a mix of like Turkish, Italian, and Greek, Well, that baby's just hairy. That's all that is. Give that little monkey a banana and take it to the zoo. My God, it's a monster. I'm the youngest of 4 children in my family. I have 3 older sisters and the youngest by 9 years. And that comes with its own brand of abuse if you're the youngest sibling. When I was 2 years old, my sisters captured me. They dressed me up to look like Queen Elizabeth, and then when I started to cry, they took some pictures. That kind of abuse doesn't leave you very quickly. It's been almost 40 years since they did that, and I still cry when I dress up like Queen Elizabeth. It's profoundly weird. One of the missions I was on when I was home for the family reunion was to get my 76-year-old mom a pot brownie, see if that would deal with her chronic back pain. She's got chronic back pain, thought maybe it would help. Admittedly, I also wanted to see my 76-year-old mom stoned. If you haven't tried it, give it a shot. It's worth your time and investment. She didn't want to do it. She was cute at first. She says, Troy, I don't want to use marijuana to deal with my back pain. Marijuana's a drug. Like, Mom, your pillbox would frighten Keith Richards. What are we worried about here? Let's just do this. It's not that big of a deal. So she saw the wisdom in my words. I made a batch of pot brownies. I gave her 1. I had 3, not important. I gave her 1. And I waited about an hour, and I said, Mom, how you feeling? She's like, well, I don't feel any different. Why do you ask? And I said, well, because you're naked in the kitchen eating baked beans with your fingers. You guys have been a lot of fun. My name is Troy Allen. Enjoy the rest. Am I coming around?
It doesn't
Passing
matter.
the baton?
You can, yeah, here you go.
Handoff.
See, now that handoff was better than a Joe Flacco to Ray Rice.
I'm not touching that. I'm a Broncos fan. I'll keep out of it.
You want to kiss my Super Bowl ring now or later?
They've got 2.
You know what? I got news for you there, buddy. If I would have realized that you were a Bronco fan, I would have worn my foam head. I have a Seahawk foam head. That last year during the season when they came in to play the Giants, I got into a fight at the hotel with Clinton McDonald, who was on the team, and he didn't believe that I was truly a fan. And I'm like, dude, first of all, you're lucky you're not still a Cincinnati Bengal, number 1. Number 2, you still haven't learned to hit anybody in the damn league, okay? Number 3, just be happy and sign all my crap. But
now, how did you end up a Seahawks fan?
okay.
'Cause
Great
it sounds
story.
to me like you're just going with the team that won the Super Bowl
No.
last year.
I am not a brother. That's what they do in the hood. Okay, I am not one of those. Growing up on my block, everybody either liked Mark Bavaro or Mickey Shula. I guess my block was gay because everybody liked tight ends. And me being the genius that I am, I took a dart, threw it at a map of the country, and it hit Seattle. It hit the state of Washington. You could see right off the bat I had bad aim. Okay. That instead of hitting the center of the country, I hit Pacific Northwest.
Okay.
So right then and there, I looked at Stratomatic Football, realized their tight end was Mike Tice, became a Mike Tice fan, bought a Mike Tice jersey. 2 years ago, he's a coach with the Chicago Bears. I'm like, Mike, you're the reason why I'm a Seattle Seahawks fan. And his wife looks at me and goes, are you crapping us? I'm like, no. And I explained the whole story, and he's looking at me, he's like, that can't be true. I go into my bag, I pull out the jersey, I go, believe me now?
That is not the usual path to becoming a fan. Usually there's a regional loyalty there. You become a fan because you live there, not because you threw a dart.
I was a brilliant child. and the brilliance has just expanded.
Yeah, I see.
Yes. So look, the fact of the matter is, you're hardworking at a great bar show called the
Another bar show at Beauty Bar
Bar.
every Thursday. Beauty Bar
And-
NYC, not Beauty Bar Brooklyn. That's happened. People will go there sometimes. Like, where's the show? It's in New York.
Now, that's actually a good thing to say, because when I say Fulton Street, people have gone down to Fulton Street. I'm like, I said Fulton Street, downtown Brooklyn. Where did you suddenly forget?
Actually,
They're walking up and
comics end
down
up at
Fulton
that-
Street.
I've had comics end up at the beauty bar in Brooklyn that were supposed to be on the show in Manhattan. So I try to clarify from now on because I don't want that kind of confusion.
Now, how stressful is it? Nobody else is watching.
Okay?
Just you and me.
Just me and you.
Okay. Russ isn't even paying attention. Okay.
He's really
Honestly.
high.
At running a bar show, how stressful is it, A, to book it, and B, to get audience?
Booking in this city is somewhat simple, I think, because we are in the nest of the comic. The guys with Letterman credits running around everywhere, a whole universe of comics that exists here that want stage time. Everybody wants stage time. I've had names. They have HBO 1-hour specials. Have come by my show to do a little time just to work out something new before they go to the Comedy Cellar. Every week we have someone from the Letterman show or something like that. It's easy to find those guys. That's the easy part of it. I try to book people that I admire and that, somewhat make me feel like I have to work harder. The harder part is getting the audience in. You can do a little promotion, but I call it another bar show because that's what it is. It's another bar show. You throw a rock and find an Irish bar, there's going to be a comedy show in it. The hard part is standing out front, barking people in, saying, hey, we got a free show, we got some funny comics, and you got to endure the comments like, I don't like comedy, or we're the comedy show. Like, no, you're not. You're walking down the street. That's why you're not a comedy show, because you think you are. So you get the audience in. Sometimes you've got 5 drunks from Norway staring at you. Other times you have a room full of people that understand what's going on. But that's where you get good. You don't get good in the best rooms in the world. You get good in the worst rooms because they prepare you for the best rooms.
Well, in that case, Russ, Troy, Comedy Central's right around the corner because nothing, Brooklyn Access is one step from, like, I don't know, pulling a Ralph Cramden or Ed Norton. Look,
I turned down no opportunities. This has been fun.
and you know what? I honestly, straight up, and I want to say this on TV, I want to commend you for that because, to be completely honest, and on this I really won't mention any names, there have been comics who have said, I don't want to do your show. I'm like, why not? And I've gotten everything from, we don't like you, which I could at least respect that.
And it's
Well,
understandable. You're
right,
a Seahawks fan.
Right, yeah, and I'm a complete ass, and I'm cool with that. But when I hear the stories that, well, if we do your show, someone can steal my material, I'm like, are you going to say that when Dave ever calls you? Or if Seth calls you, or if, well, not Ferguson anymore, but if anybody like that calls you, you going to be turning them down? No. Okay? Fact of the matter is, the 2 drunk people that are watching me right now, okay, those are 4 eyes that weren't on you before.
Yeah, I'll take them.
Right.
Everybody's got their own path, but I chose to make this part of my path. It might be to destruction, but I made the choice and it's mine.
Well, look, the truth of the matter is, the only reason why I do this show is because I was running a bar show up at American Trash.
Mm-hmm.
And
Upper East Side, right?
Upper East Side, a heavy metal bar on the Upper East Side. Who would have thunk it? That's perfect for me being, I'm the rocker type anyways.
Mm-hmm.
First show goes okay. Second show goes okay. Third show, I decided to go barking outside. Barking is when us comics go begging outside for you people to come watch. I found out the hard way on the Upper East Side that 90-year-old women walking their poodles can curse a little bit better than I can. Because honestly, dude, she laid into me. And I'm like, what the hell?
It's the Upper East Side.
It's a bad spot to bark.
Yeah.
And then the 4th show, the owner decided she'd rather have a pool table instead of comics. But I, honestly,
They're lower maintenance, probably. Yeah.
and look, the fact of the matter is, I decided to do this because I didn't want to ask people to do bringer shows. Okay, my name's above the title. It's my responsibility. Come hell or high water. Okay, There's a new system that I don't know if you guys have ever heard of, where comics that run shows and book shows will say, "Hey, this is not a bringer show, but bring 6 people." Who knew?
Yeah.
Well, that being said, I want to thank my guests, my crew, and once again, I don't know how we pulled it off, but we did it. Until next time, God bless America, everybody.